Good morning, this is Phoenix Amore. It is October 4th, 2014. Now, first thing I want to talk about, understand I wake up at 6 o'clock and I'm in that message mode. So you see all this up in here, you see I don't smooth my hair all the way down, or curl it or do all that because I'm just like, okay, throw your lipstick on, throw your earrings on, get the message out there. So here I am. Um, this morning I'm excited. I had been trying to figure out there was something missing I knew as far as all these different sites that I've been kind of putting up and kind of bringing together. I wanted a site that was specifically just going to talk about how I grew spiritually and talk about as I continue to grow spiritually. So I purchased the domain transcendent.life. Um, I wanted something that kind of reflected, the name to reflect what it actually is. So it was there. These new extensions like .ninja and .life, I'm so feeling these. It's cool. So that's what I started to snatch up. And the thing that I wanted to really talk about this morning were two topics in this one video. I started recalling how when I visited that bank, when I first was kind of getting some of my business things in order, it's interesting because as I was speaking with that banker, this is the same banker that had a gifted son, prophetic and spiritually, gifted son. And I just had this gray hoodie on. I had my hair kind of like this gray hoodie on, and I just said, "Who did Jesus hang with?" And he said, "Sinners." And we just kind of started talking. And it was great to hear how he would tell his wife not to shut his son up. He said, "Don't shut a pastor up. Don't shut a messenger up." Because he said he realized so many messages his son was delivering were so, advanced or right on the money. And so he told his wife, you don't shush a pastor. So I thought that was fascinating that he actually understood that concept. It'll help his son grow because he won't feel so stunted when you have these spiritual gifts and you have people kind of shutting you down all the time. It's one of those things where that's that pressure cooker effect. So the spiritual protection comes into play when God knows there's this spiritual person, or somebody who's supposed to walk a very religious or spiritual path. Doesn't mean perfect, but just has something that he wants that person to do. He'll mollywop people around that person that are trying to pull them off the path, or he'll move the boulders. He'll check people left and right for that person and say, no, 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 this is, she knows what she's supposed to be doing. Even when I tried to get off my path, that red capping, um I see my second ex, when I was trying to put the fires out from me leaving that marriage and him wanting to just basically destroy me, everything he tried to do towards me just blew. And when I say blew up in his face quick, the two cars he took, within 2 weeks he wrecked one. Um, the extra money I gave him from a transaction we had with the house insurance, he he got robbed. He bought all these electronics and got robbed. And then I really kind of got like, okay, this is not something I'm supposed to fight. Like some battles you fight for yourself, some you kind of let go. And that spiritual protection really was kicking in then, because what happened was my second husband, I had actually gotten him more into church. Well, right before we split up, church was kind of my last thing I was trying to see if our relationship was gonna make it. Because I was like, some gotta give here. Now I'm doing the readings because I'm also understanding reading, being prophetic and all that is in the Bible. I get it. And sadly, sometimes when you first get into church and you don't get it, you go into judgmental mode. And that's what happened. So now you got this person in church who's in judgmental mode, who's looking at me like, oh, you heathen. You are heathen, doing readings, heathen. No, you new to the word. You don't get it yet. So that was our other, battle that came into play. So I just saw how spiritually protected I really was in that situation. Now, the banker mentioned something huge when he said personal demons. That is humongous, because when he said, I know I have personal demons on my heart, that I couldn't be no pastor. Now, that was so enlightened for him to say, because we all have personal demons, but for him to say personal demon on his heart, that means he knew something would have become a part of him that he wasn't able to release. So when he's talking about personal demons, he's talking about your intentions. Um, and if you can't let some of those demons go, it actually becomes intertwined to who you are. Now, the key is you have personal demons if you start hanging around with people with more personal demons and y'all are interacting. You're just linking and all that stuff, and you're growing, but you're growing in with more demons. And that's where people become a little bit more, I want to say hateful. This is where you have the people who get screwed up in religion and they're like, yeah, we're gonna blow this abortion clinic up because we don't believe in abortion. That's when you get a little twist. That's when they get a little twisted. And that's what I really want to stress to people is it can go both ways, and that's why I put that Life Jennings video up when I say made up my mind, because I had really got reminded of some family members I have. You know, when they get into church, they can be very judgmental and throwing stones, and that was never meant to be what that was about. It was just everybody's supposed to grow, you know, for themselves, and you know, bring people along who want to be brought along, and indulge your feet for those who don't. So anyway, I look forward to working on my new site. Like I said, Transcendent Life should be coming soon. Putting all these puzzle pieces together and moving forward. So thank you very much. Everybody have a pleasant day.